Okay, we are live. Hello, and what do we? Welcome to the It's Based Game Jam. Let's play of Stranglehold. Is that a more than a mouthful, Dean? What do you think?
Of the official title is John Woo's Stranglehold.
Oh
It's actually
yes,
even
that's
longer than
right.
that.
John Woo's Stranglehold. You are absolutely right about that. And I
How
am
dare you
streaming this.
name the title?
I know how dare I drag his name through the mud. Um. Anyway, and I what was I gonna say? The oh yeah, so I'm gonna be playing this on my PS3. I have it running through my PlayStation 3, and I got it working in the same way that I got my PS4. This is a really cheap capture card that I got, but it's pretty amazing. I mean, you need multiple displays, so you know if you have more than one monitor and you have OBS, you can use it like that. But it is pretty cool. So, and I haven't played like on my PS3 in a very long time. So this controller feels really small. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
was gonna ask, like I know when I've recorded PS3 footage in the past, like I use an Elgato HD60 for that I have from forever ago. I know I have to
mm,
use like a splitter to bypass the HDCP protection the PS3 puts on
yeah.
its games and stuff. But yours doesn't have to do that.
No. Can you guys hear can you hear the sound over there? Dean, can you hear the sound when I play the game? That was
Yes.
okay, good, good. I wasn't sure. I figured it should go through because I'm sharing my Discord, I mean not Discord, my open broadcaster software, and I'm putting the audio out there too, so you should be able to hear it. So this is actually a sequel to a movie, right? And he did it as a video game, John Woo, which is why it's called John Woo's Stranglehold. Did you know that?
I know that he makes movies. I didn't know this was a
you don't watch any.
canonical.
Yeah, no, this is like actually a franchise in Hong Kong, and he made a new game in said franchise. Hi, Master Goa. Hello, Robert Johnson. Welcome to the stream. You know, this kind of counts as a martial arts Movember game in a way. It's just gun fu instead of kung fu.
Did you make that term up, or is that one of
No,
yours?
this is well, it's not like a legit term, but yeah, if you these kinds of movies, these like Hong Kong action movies involving gunplay, we call them gun fu movies because that's really what it is if you think about it.
Get the other one.
You know, oddly enough, the game is really stuttery for me, like in Discord.
Is it
But looks
stuttering?
totally fine on stream. No, it looks great on stream, but it's stuttery in the Discord call.
That's weird. Oh, you know, that's what I'm saying. It's like a second generation copy, but for some reason, when you were running yours through Discord, it seemed fine.
Very strange.
Okay, John Woo presents Stranglehold in extra wide camera. Alright, so I haven't played this game. Like, I bought this when it came out because I was really excited at the prospect, and of course, the technology for the graphics were really cutting edge at the time, and I was super excited. But I never finished it. It was one of those that I started and I never finished. I don't even think I got very far, and it's not because the game isn't good, it was because I got just distracted into other things. So,
Yeah,
I'll just start a new game because I feel like I'm gonna get thrown into something I'm not ready for. And that's fine. I accept. So, I assume that the first level they'll show me how to play as I go, but Nanner Sandwich in the chat says this game is actually really fun. Thank you. Great Endor says, what? This game developer has also made movies? That's next level. And there's actually a few examples of people who used to make film that now make or have made video games. Do you know of any that come to mind? Like filmmakers that made video games or were involved in video game production?
Funny enough, when we were talking last time about that JonTron video, Takeshi's
One
Challenge,
man.
that
It's a
guy,
trap,
Takeshi,
I walk in there,
made a
my
whole bunch
cover's
of movies
blown,
and
there'll
then
be
tried
two
his hand
missing
at the video
cops.
game. So I can really
Relax,
think of
everybody. This guy doesn't give
I'm
us.
gonna lower the
Oh,
volume
isn't-
of the game a little bit so that you're
Isn't
not
Steven
fighting with each
Spielberg,
other.
isn't
Steven-
Steven Spielberg the
Sending in
guy
a whole
behind
SWAT
Medal of
team.
Honor?
He is.
No,
Steven Spielberg
you're
was behind
not
Medal of
giving
Honor.
orders
That was
to
one of the
people.
reasons why it was so hyped. Because it had, you know, great music, great sound. The sound was, in that game was like really big.
What happened?
Yeah, remember the third game, Allied Assault or Frontline? I think like Allied Assault was the PC version, Frontline was like the console version essentially.
I hope so. I hate to think they were
But they had like a D-Day mission like at the very beginning that was pretty much like beat for beat the same as Saving Private Ryan's D-Day.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
I saw that way before I saw the movie. So when I saw the movie, I was like, oh wait, what the hell? I recognize it.
That's funny how that works. Oh look, there's a couple of brand new shiny guns right here in this alley in Hong Kong. I wonder if that means anything.
I gotta move to Hong Kong. I can just pick those up all the
Careful
time. Careful!
Yeah. Careful, Tequila. This is a rough neighborhood. Press L1 to dive and press R1 to shoot. Tequila time will engage automatically when you aim at enemies while diving. Okay, so are these guys like right here? Where is he? I'm not even looking. Oh, what's he?
This is essentially all I remember about this game is just the diving.
That's all it is. It's, you know, Max Payne did it first. Can I? Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Is there an aim? No, of course not. What am I doing? I wonder if I can like break things. Do I run out of ammo? I guess eventually.
Yeah, it's got the number down there.
We can slide across these and like aim. Okay. You can invert the camera controls. No, this is okay.
This game was absolutely everywhere back in the day, like promoting
this
like
kind of thing, or this game.
This game, like it was in like PlayStation Magazine all the fucking time. You know, really promoting it as this like really amazing like next gen PS3 game or whatever. It was kind of next gen at the time though. Nowadays, it's early 7th gen games have like very particular look to them. So this game is really
yeah. Shoot him in his balls. Do I even have to reload? Oh, I like that. I can just roll it over these so you don't get some slow-mo action.
No, I don't think you have to reload. You got M9s with like 100 round mags, I guess.
Yeah, right. This was really exciting for me at the time because I was just getting into these John Woo flicks, but in retrospect, a lot of them are pretty bad. Like when he came to the States, those movies were not great. That was like the worst Mission Impossible movie. He did the second one. It was awful.
I might need to know some of the John Woo lore. I know nothing about this guy.
Yeah, he's basically like, you know, Hong Kong was always trying to missions to access mission information anytime from your handset. Oh, look at my flip phone. Press the select button. Investigate the market. Search for the golden rabbit sign.
This game was like 2007 or 8. I think. Was the iPhone out at that point?
The iPhone was. I think at that time they were still trying to sell it. Like they were literally trying to give them away because people were just not vibing with it yet. But that's kind of hilarious now. I thought I would look. You know, I feel like I'm gonna find secrets. I don't even know why. It's been so long. Can I climb this fence? No.
I do kind of miss the days of like people getting in line like for like a week to get the new iPhone or whatever because like the upgrade was substantial and interesting. And now they're like super boring and like they don't even care about upgrading anymore.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see what the comments are. Do you want I could send you the link to the YouTube so you can look at the chat.
Oh, I got it right here.
You got my YouTube link? Okay. Yep. All right, cool. So, interact.
Master Gawa says, don't mind me, I'll be periodically bouncing between you and side scrollers.
Oh shit. Stylish kills awards you stars. The more stylish the kill, the more stars you get. Try to get your style combo as high as possible by stringing together stylish kills. I think I just fell. I didn't want to do that.
Well, Master Gawa, I've never really seen side scrollers, but I know it's a much bigger presence than the VR, so I appreciate that.
You're talking about Stuttering Craig. Are we competing with Stuttering Craig?
I guess so. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Oh, cool.
The Great Indoors says, this is how progressives think the backyard is cane guns and red space. You know, great indoors. I wish that was the case. That would be very fun for me. I'd really enjoy that.
I hope you don't actually like it, because you know one thing that would suck about a game like this is that you would run out of ammo a lot. Oh look, I found some origami. What?
Oh, that was cool move. Okay.
Cream.
Alright, I'm re-sold on this game. Just from that move alone.
Sliding wall jumps. Anybody? How do I do that? Okay, I'm gonna remember that. Another thing that I remember about this being really cool, literally you can just walk into tables, you'll just glide. It's just like, sick moves. Oh look, health. Just touch it. Anyway, yeah, so like John Woo did, if you, oh yeah, you see these like sparkly signs? If you shoot them, they'll fall. I guess you can use them to kill people too. It encourages you to be creative.
That's cool.
John Woo's first Western movie that I know of is actually, I think, his best. It's called Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm gonna run up this thing. Oh, let me shoot that propane tank. Combo! I'm just running up the freaking thing.
Oh, that AC unit would really fucking hurt.
Yeah. Should get, I think I need to get ammo from these guys. I don't have to pick it up. I just have to walk over
You still have Mac. You have 120.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the days where you can just walk over something and you just pick it up automatically. You don't have to, like, press the pick it up button.
Yeah. A good design choice for a game like this with, like, fast-paced action and stuff.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about, okay, so, like, let me read this. Perform health boost. Perform stylish kills to earn stars to fill the tequila bomb gauge. When you do this, the health boost icon will be highlighted. Press the left button, that's okay, way over there, to convert tequila bomb energy directly into health. Oh, okay, cool. This is extremely helpful if you're badly wounded and far from a health pack. Remember, if you're near death, give yourself a quick health boost. Okay, but I'm not that bad. I'm doing all right. Anyway, the thing I was gonna say is, so his first movie was probably his best, in the West at least. It was called Hard Target, and it had Jean-Claude Van Damme and Lance Henriksen in it. Find and collect paper cranes to refill the tequila bomb gauge. Is that racist? Listen carefully. You can hear a paper crane if one is hidden nearby. Like a little bamboo flute, so you know. This game is Asian. Go ahead.
Let me catch up on the chat real quick, because
yeah, sure.
It's really cool. We got a lot rolling through. Let's see. Master Gawa says, "I only have one phone and I'm not at home, so I got to do what I got to do." I think it's in reference to the switching between us and side scrollers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm very flattered, Master Gawa.
Hey, look, he's smoking a cigarette. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah, you know. Is it wrong to miss cigarettes?
Is it
like
wrong to what? To miss
cigarettes, to miss when smoking was more common.
I don't know, you know, I think it's the aesthetic. I actually picked up a cigar. I like cigars and pipes. And it's just the aesthetic. It's just the aesthetic, you know? I don't have a problem with nicotine or anything like that. So yeah, I miss the aesthetic of cigarettes, honestly.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I definitely prefer cigars and pipes as well.
I also kind of wonder, like, you know, there's just been so much that's been cast into doubt about what is healthy and not healthy because of, like, just the way things have gone in the last 5 years, that I'm seriously, like, wondering, you know, are cigarettes bad for us, like they say? Like, I don't know. I don't smoke anyway, but
I would probably go to, I agree, but I would probably go to say that the, like, additives and bullshit they put in cigarettes probably are pretty bad for you. But I would say that nicotine and tobacco as a whole is probably fine.
I think nicotine is probably okay. It's a shotgun. I'm gonna take it from this guy. Why don't I get to do that?
Sliding on the watermelon. That's a little gross.
Okay. They're like, here. Did I just get the...
Did you pick up the shotgun?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of moving.
You pistol whipped and you went flying like 5 feet.
Is that everybody? No, it's not. I could have sworn there was a cover system in this too. It's kind of optional. Like this, you see that? That's how you know I don't play any Call of Duty.
Are you able to like? I don't know. Like, if you go up to a table, you kind of automatically slide over it.
Yeah, I ran out, but oh, they're really throwing the kitchen sink at me now. I died.
Ooh,
no.
damn.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, they were really throwing dudes at me there. Press R2 to turn. Oh, I can just press R2 to turn it on and off manually.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Master Goa says, Johnny will make your trigger finger strong. John Ford says, River City Girls Zero is good but hard. I played a River City Girls game. I don't know if it was Zero or not. I played a little bit of it. It was pretty good. I don't know that much about it.
I played it with my wife a lot. The first one, I don't know if it was River City. I think that's a different game. That's dead.
Great Indoors says, trying to sell an iPhone. I thought those waiting lines were a feature right from the get-go. I'm not really that familiar with the iPhones for the 3GS. But I remember by the 3GS point, like, it was definitely a craze. I think that there was conversion, right? They had the standard like iPhone, which was like 2Gs, and then 3Gs, and the 3GS.
Shot that guy in the throat. Watch him die slow.
So I couldn't say. I was a little young. Definitely by the 3GS. So I was crazy. Well in the line.
Anybody else? Oh my god, dude.
Dude, there's like 100 guys.
It's
willing to throw the
it's a
lives
good
away.
thing China's got a large population. I feel bad about this.
Master Goa says, again referencing the side scrollers. Yeah, I like you and them for whatever it's worth. I shouted you guys out in a super
Thank you. Oh,
chat
cool.
on side scrollers when they had Superman on like a week or so ago. Oh, that's cool, man. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Look at that, bro. Blew up the TV.
Hell yeah. Oh, here's
It's ridiculous.
Maybe it's just the Hong Kong, but seeing this game makes me want to play Sleeping Dogs again.
It's totally that. I love Sleeping Dogs. I actually have that game too.
Extremely underrated game.
Absolutely.
You know, every game has like the ability to shoot like propane tanks and like, blow up or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure propane doesn't actually blow up if you shoot propane.
No, no. Does make me nervous though if I have a propane tank. Why am I crouched? How did I do that? Hold on. Is it square? Is it X? Let's just switch weapons. I don't know.
Call of Duty is my Call of Duty instincts are telling me it's circle, but I don't know if that's right.
No, it's not. Let me just check my controls. Hold on. It just changed it. Why don't I see my controls?
They have a TV type setting. What is it, like LCD?
Oh, I don't
CRT
know.
or something? That's interesting.
NTSC2, bright,
Tube?
vivid.
Oh, that's cool.
What should I do? Film?
I guess it depends on what kind of screen you're on.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that, I guess. I don't know why I'm crouched, though. I gotta figure out what that is. Oh, I pressed in the left stick. Okay, alright, that's what it is. It's always something like that, you know? Alright, my health, I'm gonna heal myself, because I'm a little hurt.
Nova fan says, art styles and 4K textures aside, what's stopping game devs from just scanning people or just that's what just means. Jests and locations? Is it only copyright, impersonation, and identity theft?
They do that though. That's kind of what modern games are now. Like this right here, okay, this is supposed to be Chow Yun Fat, okay? It does look like him. But he wasn't like scanned per se. They just like took some photos and they probably tried to replicate it. But if you remember that game LA Noire, where they actually scanned the faces of all the actors because the game used expressions as part of the gameplay, I think that's kind of why we get this it was the start of this new trend of making everything like look like the actor, because they were trying to take video games and turn it into you know, like a kind of oh, it's this? Okay. Is it time for me to use my ultimate? Get the doves out? Show me, show me, show me. Alright, you are in a standoff. So this is like, it happens. You have to take out the enemies one at a time by aiming with the right stick and shooting with R1. Dodge their shots with the left stick. Keep an eye out for glints. Okay. Oops. Oh.
Oh.
It's bullet time stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Alright, alright. No, I see it. I see it. So now it's this. Okay.
How does that feel? Does that feel
stuff,
like it looks like it's clunky, but it also
it's a bit clunky, but kind of cool. I mean, I see what they were going for. How do I take cover?
There's help right there on the wall if you need it.
Yeah, I don't need it yet, but I just want to know, like, how do I get some cover here? Oh, I see it. Propane tank. Like that in the chest.
Yeah, the Nova fans comment, like, yeah, they,
Wait, am I stuck? What the hell? Okay, what was that now?
The Nova fans comment about, like, scanning people and whatnot.
About scanning faces and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, there's weird controversy about that, like, nowadays. Like, when you have, like, the, like, modern games with, like, the ugly women and stuff, like the superhero jawlines and shit. They're like, oh, like, it's so hard to, like, put like, person's likeness into a game. I'm like, no, it's really not that hard. Like, you have, like, PS2 games that actually look like the person. Like, we're way beyond
absolutely. There was wasn't there a game with Jet Li in it? I can't remember. There were a couple of Jet Li games, but there was one, I think it was on the PS2, where, what happens if I shoot that? So that's, I think the thing that I want to get better at about doing is kind of like looking at the environment. So what can I use? Right. I think that's like where the fun is at, right?
It's definitely it definitely adds a lot of diversity to the gameplay and such. But you know, like, the environmental kill, seeing him in this game also makes me, like, want to play Sleeping Dogs. Because that game has
for sure. Very cool things, like with the martial arts. This is definitely like gunplay purely, but that was one of the things
that game. They had like super unique stuff, like even like, oh, you're just in this like fish market and there's a bunch of swordfish or whatever.
Yeah, and you could use them as weapons.
Right. You just like impale, you like push people on top of a stack of standing up swordfish, like impale them on them. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. You know what else was for some reason that reminded me of the Punisher game on the PS2. Do you remember that? Oh look, I'm gonna run up this. Yay!
I never played it, but I was aware of it. Was it good?
Yeah, it was awesome. You felt like the Punisher, honestly.
Was it made around the time of Thomas Jane, like Punisher in the movie?
No. Well, it came out, I think, like somewhere between the Thomas Jane and the Dolph Lundgren one. It wasn't based on any of those. It was just like these guys. They just wanted to make a Punisher game.
You ever see, speaking of Thomas Jane, you ever see The Mist?
Dude, that's an amazing movie, yes.
Bro,
I love that movie. Yeah, I love that movie. I heard that Jack Darabont, essentially the director of The Mist, he improved the film with the ending. The one that Stephen King, who wrote it, didn't have the courage to do. And I think that was a really good idea. I mean, yeah, it's dark. But
it's so dark, but it's memorable
yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's got. I don't know if that's technically a horror. It's kind of more maybe thrillery, maybe, or
Definitely.
I don't know,
No, it's
somewhere in
definitely
between.
a horror. I think the one thing I don't like about it, and this is just because I'm kind of sick of this, is that they do this thing with where the Christians are the crazy ones, and they become like a cult, and and it's just I love the movie, but come on, can we just stop it?
That part hasn't aged crazy well for me.
Yeah. Oh, right, you get like these 4 abilities. Okay, precision aim. Perform stylish kills to earn stars to fill the tequila bomb gauge. When you do this, the precision aim icon will be highlighted. Press up to enter precision aim. Use the right stick to aim at your targets. So yeah, the one thing is the right stick is probably needs a little bit of tuning so that it's not moving around too crazy, because I am using a stick and not a mouse. So that's going to be less precise for people, but press R1 to fire a precision aim bullet. Let me know, guys, does this sound okay? Let me know if you guys can hear everything okay. Precision aim lets you hit specific body parts or distant targets with great accuracy. Excellent. Okay, here we go. Right in the fucking forehead.
Good fucking shot, damn. Fuck that guy.
It does
I'm glad
cost
we're
you
getting
that
some
bar,
love for
but...
this here. I was just talking, I don't remember who I was talking about this with, but we were talking about, like, The Walking Dead and how, like, the first 2 seasons, I really enjoyed it, not really that much after that.
Yeah.
And I think that was the same director, Frank Darabont did.
Yeah, Frank Darabont did the first couple of seasons, and then he just kind of... Ooh, I thought you were dead. And then he just kind of stopped, yeah.
I think they fired him, if I remember correctly.
Is that what you heard?
If I remember correctly, like, they fired, like, pretty much the whole writing staff, including the director, and kind of brought on a whole new team because they thought season 2 was, like, really slow or whatever.
Yeah.
This was a long time ago.
I mean, that might be true. How I thought of it, and I kind of predicted this too, was, blast my way in here. So I started blasting.
I was just about to make that reference. Thank
golden
you.
pistols. Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, Desert Eagles this time. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, so I can only carry 2 weapons? Yeah, looks like it. Should I think I want to use the Desert Eagles then. These are the guns from, where are they? Where are the pistols? Oh no, I have them. You know what these are, right? So another John Woo reference. So John Woo directed the movie Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. And in the movie, Nicolas Cage's character, Castor Troy, who's like this crazy villain, he uses these gold-plated guns. Because, so it's really funny. They're totally making a reference to, I think it's a reference to Face Off. So another ability.
Go to Tai-O and ask an I-9.
I think it's another, what is it, like a
There
Face
won't
Off
be
or
any
whatever?
left after
Like a slow-mo
tomorrow.
thing. I like how every single person has the same gun, by the way.
Yeah, right.
The exact same, like, M9 with the exact same finish.
I think he hit me in the face, but that's alright. Oh, you bastard!
Oh, holy shit, that did a lot of damage.
Yeah, you have to really be careful. Well, because they're really close. Alright, so I think there might have been a health back here that I like. Oh, they closed the door on me, so I guess I can't do that.
Master Goa says... Sorry, I think it's Goa. I'm not sure. I like Lance Hendrickson. He has the best voice, like he's been to hell and back. His best show was the X-Files sister show Millennium.
Was he in that?
I've never even heard Millennium.
What am I doing up here? Oh, I see. Oh, there's my health package. I only have 5 bullets left in this gun. I'm gonna switch to the shotgun. Maybe it's a limit of using a more powerful weapon. Like I have fewer ammo, and the twin pistols is like your baseline weapon.
Run that place.
Yeah,
Which is why
it
I
seems
want
that way
you
to me
to
as well.
wait until I can send backup.
Sorry, Captain.
I just got a personal invitation.
Tequila.
I like his one-liners.
John Ford says it was on the Super Famicom for River City Girls Zero.
Oh, was
I
it?
remember a modern
It might be
River
true.
City Girls that I played.
I have that one.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Fuck this guy. Hey, explodey barrels, and I'm out of bullets now.
Great Indoors says I sound really muffled. Can you hear me okay, Brian?
I can hear you okay. I could turn you up. Maybe you're fighting with audio. Let me see.
Could be.
I have you turned up all the way on my OBS, but let me see.
Maybe through Discord.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Discord right now. I don't see anything. Maybe I have to go. Okay. Yeah, I can turn you up some more on Discord. So there you go. Let's test it. Say something.
All right, let me know. Let me know if
yeah.
you can hear me a little better now.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right, what do you guys think about that? All right. We're going to keep going. Then run up this thing. Wait, I didn't do that to that guy. Oh, I can go up there. Hold on. Ooh, got me some origami. All right, who's shooting at me?
Nova fan says much better.
All right.
John Ford says he has over 200 hours logged in River City Girls 2. Holy hell. There are definitely some older games, like, if they had the ability to track how much time I played them over my entire lifetime. I'm almost scared to know how many hours I put into them.
Yeah. Oh, I'm coming up there. Somebody beat those drums. Let me know I'm done. Oh, look at this mess! No wonder the chief is always mad at me.
Nova fan says, speaking of Christians as villains, they never specify what group, nor do they have a good Christian group. It's just blanket hatred of Christians, and it's really annoying. Yeah, well, I mean, look at Stephen King's Twitter for 5 minutes.
Oh, I know, right?
It's horrible, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But in film, every Christian group is always the Westboro Baptist Church turned up to 11. Like, not even the Westboro Baptist Church is the way they're presented in Hollywood. It is. No,
Yeah.
serious. Every time they show you Catholics, they're pedophiles and, you know, all kinds of, like, over-the-top stuff. Every time they show you, like, Protestants, they're Westboro Baptist Church. So they just throw shade at all of it. It's really boring, honestly. Like, even just aside from the fact that it's, you know, a bit offensive, I don't think that it should be censored, but it's just kind of cringe and boring. Like, yeah, it's the usual. They would never do that with other Abrahamic religions.
No, hell no.
No.
But even so, like, even if I were, like, secular or whatever, it is such a boring, overdone trope.
It is, yeah. What they should do is, like, you know, predatory female school teachers. Let's try that because they do that. Like, women in the teachers,
far higher rates than the Catholic Church.
Yeah, way higher. Actually, it's I covered on a episode of my news show, or I think I did another show where I basically, like, laid it all out. We had the data. There was a number of articles written on it. Yeah, it happens more with teachers in schools than it does with priests or the Boy Scouts or you know, like sports, like boys clubs, these kind of things. It's more than that combined. So
yeah, I love bringing that statistic up to teachers who bring up the Catholic priest thing.
Yeah.
I'm you know, I'm not Roman Catholic, but, like, hearing that repeated, like, incessantly is very annoying.
Yeah. Whoa, dude.
John Ford is now on PC, so now you can watch us and Side Scroller side by side.
There you go. Well, I'm glad that you even thought of us as competition.
The Great Indoors says Colt 1911 accept no substitutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fairly basic.
It's a good gun. All right. Press L2 to take cover. That's what I'm talking about. I love the destructible environments too. That's another thing that this game did. That was pretty cool.
Oh, there we go. Now you have like real cover.
Yeah. So L2 to take cover, L1 to do the dive.
Sometimes it can be kind of weird going back to PS3 games because, like, for most shooting games like this one, they use like R1 to shoot instead of R2. Like,
Yeah,
360 uses the right trigger,
it's
and
really,
you know,
it is really confusing. And I thought about changing my buttons when I heard that, but get out of my face, guys.
Robert Johnson says, featuring and deriding predatory feminist men would be interesting for a bit. Oh, dude, feminist men are fucking weasel. Don't ever trust them.
No, we know
Don't
that.
ever trust weak, low testosterone men. Those are the most dangerous motherfuckers
They
ever.
are. They are.
Absolute scum.
Alright, I think we're good and get some health. Where are these assholes? I'm gonna go up here.
Great Indoors says,
Right in his
imagine
face.
Catholic female school teachers. Okay, I gotta admit, that was a little funny.
Great Indoors is pretty funny. He's definitely
But,
got a sense of humor.
You know, they do have, like, nuns who teach Catholic school. I don't think that's a problem there, as far as I know. But it is funny.
I'm sorry, dude.
John Ford says, I wish Wet got a sequel. Excuse my boomerism, but what is Wet?
Oh, is that a movie with the one with Angelina Jolie? I didn't think it was that great. I mean, that's just me. I don't know. I mean, if we're thinking about the same thing. She was in that other... Is she what?
Did she still like in things?
Is she... Yeah, she still does things, I think. Like, get pissed at her dad, mostly.
I think the
She
last
is, though.
thing
She,
I
no, she literally
aware
is. She literally is. Oh shit, I forgot about that.
I think the last thing I'm aware of her being in was the movie like Salt from like
Yeah. She's
forever
like,
ago.
She's in the same shit, like she plays the same character every time now. Look at that. Oh shit, more guys? Of course. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know you could like roll around on the ground like that.
Yeah.
Only one of us is getting out of here alive.
Yeah, and it's not. This guy have a lot of health? Yeah, he's
I
probably.
think he's a boss. Yeah, he's a boss.
Yeah,
So
he
shit
is.
on that. Huang Fang.
Keep running, cop. You got no word.
It's not looking good.
I know. No, it's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I got it. I'm good.
There.
I'm good. Where is it?
Brian's purposely adding suspense to the gameplay.
I missed him.
Dude, yeah, seeing that RPG fly in your face, slow
Oh
motion
my
is it.
god. But he didn't hit me either, so I'll take it. That's dramatic. Let's go up here.
Using a fucking rocket launcher inside a little restaurant is the most action you could have ever seen.
I just filled him up with lead. Everybody's dead. That's cool. I wanted the special shot to work out, but John Ford says, "Is it a game on 360 and PS3?" This is on PS3. I don't know if it's probably
It is
on 360 as well, but it's
It is.
definitely one that no longer is with
The
us.
iron eyes are the dragon claws muscle. Wong's got the iron eyes hitting cops and dealing passports to go.
It is definitely on 360. I wonder if the Series X can play it and upscale it. I'm actually not
We
sure.
better stop him. I'm heading down.
I only have it on PS3 as
I'm
well.
going to shake some cages and see what falls out.
I'm gonna shake some cages. I'm sorry. It's just I know they got Chow Yun Fat to do the voice acting, but
Drug gangs, turf wars, and a dead cop. And you call that under control?
Watch your step. You go out of bounds, you'll lose your badge.
I love this dialogue though. I love this. I'm gonna take your badge. It's so stereotypical, but it's so fun. You know, I showed my wife, so you know we play games together sometimes, but it's really hard to get her into things. She was pretty shielded from like movies and stuff growing up, so she didn't really get exposed to much of it. And I said, I want you to watch Death Wish, because the one with Charles Bronson. I was like, it's old. I thought it was it's considered a classic. And she wasn't into it at first. At first, because, it's like these older films from like the 70s and early 80s, they move slow compared to today's films. And also, the way that men are portrayed in these older films is like, I don't know how to put it, but it's like modern men are too pretty. Like they're very clean and they have perfect bodies and but the old guys from back in the day, they weren't really like Adonises, with some exceptions. They were just like normal guys.
Yeah, or I think sometimes it's more masculine, like in general.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we were talking about, obviously, like Bond movies because we played GoldenEye a couple times ago. But like, even looking at like Sean Connery in the Bond films versus like Pierce Brosnan, like Pierce Brosnan is much more like pretty boyish, just even in comparison to Sean Connery.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they were like, you guys that were just like hairy and shit.
I mean, I think guys in general just had more testosterone back then.
They definitely did.
Let's go, RFK. Bring back testosterone again. Let's do it.
Wait, how do I... Can I cover?
You have an assault rifle now.
Yeah.
It's got an optic on it. I don't know if it lets you aim with it or not.
Nah. Well... I think L2... There's like a button for taking cover, right? Oh, what's this? Pick off shotgun? No, it's okay. Where are these guys? So these guys speak Chinese, or sorry, I don't want to be imprecise. Mandarin or something? Oh, here he is.
If it's Hong Kong, it should be Cantonese, actually.
Yeah, Cantonese. Look at this guy. What a prick.
It took 3 years of Chinese in high school. It's the only reason I know that.
Keep your eyes open for Golden Cane drug labs.
Yeah, most of I think the main dialect of mainland China is Mandarin, but Hong Kong it's Cantonese.
Yeah. Does anybody know if Hong Kong is still like it was a great country that wasn't really part of the Chinese? Does anybody know if that's still a thing? Like,
no.
Is China
England gave it back to China. Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember like in like 2016 or so, they had like the whole like hashtag Free Hong Kong movement, and there was like that controversy because someone said that at like a Overwatch tournament or whatever, and he got banned for it.
Yeah, sure.
I think it was Overwatch. It was
yeah, you're probably right. I can pick up the golden pistols again, but
there's a submachine gun outside that door. I saw.
Yeah, should I use that? I'm gonna.
I don't know.
I kind of like the. I don't know. I kind of like this assault rifle, though, to be honest. I tend to favor them. Where am I supposed to go? Looks
not
like
very California
I
compliant.
gotta find some bombs or something. No, not at all.
Which is a good thing.
Yes,
fuck that
absolutely.
State. If anyone in the chat lives in California, you guys need to, figure it out. Get the fuck out of there.
For sure. Okay, it's another assault rifle.
Randall Olin says this reminds me of the Matrix game. Should pick that up if you can. Are you talking about the one from like the PS2 and original Xbox? I do have that.
Oh yeah, there's lots of weapons here. You're talking about Path of Neo, right? Or are you talking about the other one?
I think
Matrix.
I'm thinking of
the one with Jada Pinkett Smith in it.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, dude, that's Jada Pinkett. She was in the second movie too. That was it was her and that Asian guy. I can't remember those characters' names. I'm sorry, I couldn't get into it. I couldn't take Jada seriously as like a Matrix warrior or whatever they call them. All right, where am I supposed to go? I feel like a little lost.
Can we even like look at her the same after the whole like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock thing? Yeah.
I mean, I don't like that's another rabbit hole. Like Jada Pinkett is a mess. Like Will Smith is a mess. I mean,
like,
I'm sorry,
she's a cunt, and like he's like a cuck. It's weird.
Yeah, he totally is. He totally is.
Will Smith, if you're listening, and the 0% chance that you are, you can do better.
Definitely, but he's got no integrity. He's no balls. He just like he's a sucker for her. It's crazy. She literally like talks about how much better Tupac was while they're together. It's like, dude.
That's insane.
That's
I don't know
insane.
why
I
you'd
know.
ever put that. Especially like
know.
you're Will Smith. Like you're tall, you're handsome, you're famous, you're wealthy.
You
Like
can have anybody
why?
you want, but he's kind of a mama's boy though, and I think that's part of the problem. Oh, I think I'm okay.
I was gonna say start shooting that.
I was, you know, it's just like this is the kind of game where it's like, well, I need to figure out what to do next. I guess I gotta shoot something. You know what? Fuck this guy. I just want to shoot him in the face.
NovaFan says, in my opinion, feminist beta men have been in media. I saw an episode of Power Rangers Dino where the Red Ranger joins an environmentalist protest to hook up with a girl from his class. Felt low effort. Well, yeah, those men are very weaselly. Not to mention, like, you know, aren't these like Hollywood people? Most of them just like grown-up theater kids. Like, theater kids are like the lamest fucking people in any school. So, like,
Absolutely.
these people grow up and get like fame and power and, you know, don't really know how to handle it. I think Hollywood, as like on its own, just by default, it's a big inversion of hierarchy.
It's weird if I'm running on this thing. I slow motion. So all I gotta do is, I mean, like I think these things you can get on them, right? Let's see. Yeah.
I love that. Grenador says that slow-mo complete miss was funny. You leave Brian alone.
It's like it's kind of a weird thing to get used to. Shoot the yellow wood pieces on poles to get onto the roofs. Thanks for telling me. Okay. And then I gotta shoot that. Drop down. Okay. Pick up submachine gun. Let's try it out. Where is it? Oh, twin submachine guns. Okay. You have me at hello. Now what? Can I leave here?
Mr. Gawa says, play Matrix Path of Neo. Path of Neo is awesome.
Yeah, Path of Neo is the one I thought he was talking about.
Is Enter the Matrix that's like the PS2 one, I think, right? That like everyone hated. It was like controversially like.
Enter the Matrix was the one. Yeah, they were trying to build like a whole brand on it. How did I get out? Guys, help me. There we go. Oh, it opened the door. The door was closed until I made that thing explode. That's a little ridiculous. And this is where I came in, right? I got 4 out of 9 of something. I think they're bombs. I'm not even sure.
Master Gawa says, Path of Neo has disarm kills like Dead to Rights, but it calls them level 3 weapon strip. Every game needs to have disarm kills from Dead to Rights. But keep that in mind.
Dead to Rights. I feel like I know that.
It's a game I've seen and never played. Okay, those little MP5Ks are kind of nice, actually.
Yeah, they are. Wait, what was that? I didn't even... Okay. I think I'm gonna try the shotgun here. I died! I should have healed up before I did that. All right.
Red Indoors says Tupac is stiffer than Will.
Literally.
And just a toolbox on wheels conveniently in the middle of the street.
Keep your eyes open for
Okay, controversial opinion time. I think Tupac was gay. So... I know you're not supposed to say that, but I think that all these
totally
people
agree.
are gay, actually.
Yeah, he did kind of come off as, like, very closet gay.
There's a lot of that in the rap community. It's just true.
Release the Diddy list. I want to know how many. I want to know all of them.
Yep. I think that a lot of them just end up, like, kind of... I'm gonna remember to do that. Oh, I see what this is. So, that thing I'm supposed to take out, those are, like, the, meth labs. I gotta destroy 8 more meth labs, or whatever they're making. The drugs. Because drugs are bad.
Okay. I was not paying attention to that icon. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're totally right.
yeah. I was trying to figure out what that meant, but that's what it is. It's meth labs, guys.
Is that a thing? Like, do they use meth in Asia?
I don't know. Wait, where'd that guy go?
Nader Sandwich says, Tupac had his ass handed to him by Michael Jackson. True story.
Yeah, I believe it.
Michael Jackson is definitely somehow less gay than Tupac.
I actually think, okay, despite everything, I've seen enough evidence to show that actually Michael Jackson was framed by his rabbi, and I think that's the truth of it. I don't think Michael Jackson is guilty of any of the things that they're claiming. I think that normally when the story gets out and they say so and so is, you know, is doing like this or that, I think that that's usually not the case. It's actually like more likely that there's some different, there's like the opposite is going on, and there's somebody else that's worse that's being protected.
Yeah, we've kind of caught on to some of the tricks used to like defame and defraud people nowadays.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely way more open to that than I ever was in the past. Like if you would have asked me in like 2010, I'd be like, yeah, like look at that guy, definitely a diddler.
Yeah, I know,
right?
definitely a weird guy, but I think it's got more to do with like, you know, some history in his family. So, and I'm more willing to forgive that because I know that a lot of people have trauma, especially if they've been like screwed over by, you know, by their job or their entertainment industry.
Wasn't his
that guy was like right next to the fucking.
Didn't he have some sort of relationship or involvement with this Rabbi Shmuley guy?
Yeah, exactly. That's the guy.
Yeah, that is a weird, sick motherfucker right there.
Yeah, that is his rabbi. That was his guy.
Oh yeah, I don't trust that guy for a fucking millisecond.
Nope. He is a scumbag.
I'm officially team Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was good. I think Michael Jackson was. He was actually fighting against exploitation of black artists. So I need 3 more. And he was like winning over. I think he was like. That's why he was trying to get the rights to the Beatles music, because he was trying to preserve music. You know? Where was that guy going? What the hell?
Have you ever heard that he worked on, I think it was Sonic the Hedgehog 3? Like, doing music for that?
Yeah, he worked with Sega on a number of things, right? Well, remember his video game? Was it
Moonwalker
or something?
Yeah.
Okay, I need 1 more. I need the last one. Where is this last meth lab at, or whatever they're making? Wuhan lab. I'm gonna take out the last Wuhan lab. Oh, you know what?
Shit.
I bet.
Think of that.
I bet we're gonna. I bet we gotta find another pillar to knock down, and then I can get onto another roof and inside of another building. I bet it's something like that. So let me see if I can find something.
Dr. Fauci's hiding somewhere. Find him for bonus points. He's the one giving them all the money for their gain of function.
Legitimately, I understand that he is gonna be in hiding. Oh look, and some more origami.
If Fauci's actually the one, this is the deep Stranglehold lore. Fauci's actually the one who folded all this origami and left it all over the place.
Yeah.
Collecting all of them will lead you right to him when you can stop the COVID-19. That's the real like good ending of the game.
This comment brought to you by Pfizer. Okay, here's where I gotta go. So I do need 1 more. And it says here, I need to destroy what? All drug labs in order to proceed. Okay, so I am looking for the
we're
last
missing this one. Yeah.
I gotta find the last one.
In Norwegian says, Arrowhead's Magica was amazing on PC before Paradox Interactive ruined it with updates that created more problems than they fixed.
Arrowhead? The people who made Helldivers? What is it? What is the game he's talking about?
Magica?
Magica. What was that on?
PC, he says. I'm not a huge PC gamer, so I don't really know.
What's Magica about? Maybe they'll tell us. You can tell me. So I'm curious.
Yeah,
now.
Norwegian, let us know. Yeah, I'm curious.
Okay, get on this one, I guess.
Nobafan says, do we now call it a Diddy list, or is the one joke Diddy do it still going? I know I definitely hear people calling it the Diddy list. You know, like we have like the Epstein list and the Diddy list now, and I really hope we get to the bottom of both.
That's what we're hearing. I have a feel. Oh, there it is. I have a feeling that there's gonna be a lot of overlap in those lists. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
They're essentially the same list, and I'm also guessing there's a lot more lists out there too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so like this is not one of those things where the work is done.
Oh, it's just starting.
For sure, for sure.
Like,
Let me
the
get those MP5s. Where are they?
If you ask me, the whole election, all that stuff, it's not over. Like, don't celebrate quite yet. Like we're just getting started. We got a lot of work to do.
100%. It's basically, I think there is some cause to celebrate in terms of like, okay, now I can actually get this done, right? Like I can actually do something. Where's this guy at?
I hope so.
Yeah, that's what people want, is the opportunity to like get their shit done.
Yeah, the Republicans have clearly been given a mandate, winning the electoral vote, popular vote, the Senate, the House, and I think the majority of governorship, too.
Yeah. Okay, press L1 to mount the zip line. You can slow down, speed up while on zip lines by pushing backwards or forwards with the left stick. Cool. I'm gonna grab this health. Wait, I'm gonna break this so I can get to it. Dude. This is like his solution to everything. I'm gonna shoot it. That's basically what he does. This whole thing.
Master Gawa says, Will Smith gonna get an Oscar for playing himself crying in the adult home movie of Jada and Chris Rock.
Did you see that? That was fucking dope.
Yeah, it's sad. I can't really look at Will Smith the same anymore after that.
Oh, that's
after
all right.
knowing he's a cock and how, like, gay his response was to that. The G.I. Jane joke was funny, by the way.
I think it was too. I think Will Smith is just... You know what? He also thought it was funny, but Jada did not. And that's why he acted. That's why I'm saying he's a white knight.
Oh yeah, he like
boy,
was like
he was basically following her lead.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, well, what should I do, honey? Or he was laughing, and then she was like, that shit ain't funny. And he was like, oh, that's right. I have to do as I'm told, right?
Norwegian says Michael Jackson was Jewish with a question mark. I don't know. He wasn't.
No.
I don't think he was Jewish. Like it was just like his manager or whatever.
His manager was a rabbi because there's a lot of that.
The owner of Pornhub is also a rabbi.
Yes, I know. I brought this up before, and people are like, "Well, that doesn't matter." I don't know.
He had the balls to come on Patrick Bet David's podcast and do like a full interview. Man, that guy is slimy, as you'd expect.
Oh, I crushed that guy with rocks. Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, I would highly recommend anyone listen to that and really see kind of what we're dealing with. Master Gawa says all rappers are on the down low, but I liked Too Short when I was a kid.
A lot of them are. I don't know if it's all, but I think a lot of them for sure. I think that I don't know. This might be too controversial for YouTube, but but I'm already like this low, so whatever.
I mean, I think we're already going to get banned for the whole Fauci or Army Cranes thing.
Owen Wilson there just tried to take me out. Yeah, the origami crane. All right, let's see. Are we done? I think let me shoot this thing. Do I take damage from these explosions? Because I'm awfully close to them when they go off. Maybe I don't.
Dr. Fauci, the origami killer. I don't know if you ever played Heavy Rain.
Oh yeah, dude, I have it. Yeah, David Cage.
That game's awesome.
Yeah, I do enjoy it.
We may have talked about that already. Actually, I think we talked about.
I wanted to
like Indigo Prophecy and something like that.
Yeah, I wanted to go through some David Cage game. I've done one of them. What is it? What did he say? What are you talking about, brother?
You ever played the first one? I think it was for the Dreamcast, Omicron, the Nomad Soul.
Wait, Omicron? I know that title. I don't think I played it. I do have some Dreamcast games, but mostly they're like Japanese games that I can't get anymore. Like, dude, what the?
I love the Dreamcast as a console, but I cannot stand that fucking controller.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's the worst.
Horrible. People who dick ride that controller are just, they're coping, they're lying to themselves. The hardware is awesome, like the console itself is great, the games are great, but dear god, that controller fucking blows. I will make a promise, I will make like a full 30-minute video dissecting just how dog shit that controller is.
It's bad. It is.
The Wiimote is the only controller I think I hate more.
The Wiimote?
Yeah.
What about
the
N64 one?
are better.
The N64 one's not bad.
The N64 one I think is weird. Like it's hard to get used to if you're not like already used to it. But I don't know if it's like inherently bad the way the Dreamcast controller is. An interesting video topic though, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh no, can you not get through? Okay.
Oh no.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, that would have been a game-breaking bug.
That would have been stupid.
This guy only has one way of solving any problem. That is to shoot.
You know, I feel like this game would really benefit from like having unlimited ammo for your sidearm, since you have to shoot literally everything.
Yeah. Well, I think they give you enough. I mean, you'd have to really make an effort to like run out of ammo. Search for
like what if you're?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like, what if you're terrible and like you run out of ammo and you're like, shit, like I can't proceed without shooting this thing. I'm fucked.
That's true. I don't know. Maybe there is like a thing where you always have one bullet. Maybe.
Could be.
I don't know if I'm gonna test that, but missions: search for and destroy all 16 golden cane drug tables. So more of this. Okay, let's do it. I like how he jogs on the railing. The doves that fly, that's a big John Woo thing too. Barrage unlocked. Okay, what's that? He gets freaking mad. Starts unloading. Probably like a period where you have unlimited ammo. There was another thing that this game did that was kind of new, was the destructible environments. It was limited, but like there was plenty of destructible stuff, and this was like a new thing. That's what was the main selling point of this, was like, you know how in the Matrix, people bring up the Matrix. You know how in the Matrix there's the hallway scene or the lobby scene where Neo and Trinity fight all those guards to that, music by the propeller heads, and they're like blowing up the pillars or like the columns, and they're getting shot to shit. That was basically the inspiration for this game. It was like that. They wanted that feeling in it, and that's where the fight in the restaurant where you can blow away the pillars, that's sort of like taking from that. Because like the Matrix, it just had such an immense influence. So, did you know that?
Let me try to. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
That is cool though. I'm gonna try to catch up on chat.
Okay.
I'm a little behind.
Yeah, it's cool.
So we'll try to go through this.
So,
Nobafan says, I guess to Mastergawa, we need the film even as a parody. It needs to be made. I think they're talking about.
What?
I don't know. I thought they were talking about Path of Neo. I actually don't know what the context is of that. I'm sorry. I'll move on. Nanner Sandwich says Michael Jackson surrounded himself with religious leaders of all factions, one of which was a rabbi.
Oh, wait, what was that? Say that again.
Michael Jackson surrounded himself with religious leaders of all factions, one of which was a rabbi.
Ah, yeah, sure. I think that well,
Shmuley, like in particular, was like a manager or an agent or something of that sort.
Yeah, he was involved with his job, and
he wasn't just like a rabbi.
Yeah, he wasn't just a religious figure. He worked in the business. So, Nanner Sandwich says, whoa, sorry, I'm in and out of the stream, but are you saying the Matrix inspired Hard Boiled? No. I'm saying that this video game's action, the destructible environments, was likely taken from the original Matrix, which the Matrix itself took from those old movies as well, like Hard Boiled and The Killer, which I have no. I mean, obviously, The Matrix borrowed from everything Eastern. It was obviously taking from that, but for a lot of Americans and Westerners, that was the first time they'd ever seen anything like that. But yeah, I loved Hong Kong action films. And so, like, for me, it was like, oh, yeah, I see what they're doing. And I'm glad they are, because actually one of the fight choreographer on The Matrix is a Hong Kong guy, Yuen Wu Ping. And he gave us all these great, like, movies in Hong Kong, like these Drunken Master 2 and, you know, I wasn't Iron Monkey, but it might have been. I know there was, like, Sui Hark is another big fight choreographer and director out of Hong Kong. It's really a shame that China now owns them again, because I knew that was a problem, because what I noticed is that Hong Kong wasn't producing the movies that it used to, and I figured it was because China essentially took it back or whatever. And then, like, China after that was like, okay, we're gonna make movies now, but the condition is that they have to be, like, completely loyal to Chinese government and Chinese ways of being, and they would spend, like, billions of dollars, gigantic budgets, but the movies weren't very good. Because they didn't have that, like, you know, that hunger that, like, the sort of, like, the Yuen Wu Pings and the Sui Harks of the time were putting out. So, yeah, it was a shame. But I figured that's what happened. So, I don't know if that... I just wanted to say, yeah, Nana said, my bad, gotcha. No, it's okay. I understand. I understand getting defensive because you thought I was making a claim. But no, I think The Matrix took from old Kung Fu flicks, and in turn, this game, you know, these things they get, like... What is it? Like, you start borrowing from things that have borrowed from things. It's kind of like how, you know, spaghetti westerns were inspired by Kurosawa-esque style samurai films, but those samurai films also borrowed from westerns before spaghetti westerns. So it was like this cycle, you know? So, anyway.
It's just like art building off of each other, which is cool.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. No. All right. Anyway, so I unlocked a new ability: perform stylish kills to earn stars to fill the tequila. But yeah, sure. Press the right button to enter or exit barrage. Use the right stick to aim at your targets. Use the left stick to move. Press and hold R1 to unleash a barrage attack. Also, you hold it. You are immune to most types of damage during barrage. Barrage fires massive amounts of damaging bullets at your enemies and doesn't use your ammo. Dude, that sounds awesome. I kind of want to do it. They want me to enter Barrage, but... Oh, there we go.
I guess
Hold
you can
the
only
button
use
down.
like Barrage only lets you use the handguns, it doesn't let you use like your...
No, it's whatever I have equipped. It's whatever I have equipped. So I had the handguns equipped there, but I'll do it again with the weapon, I guess.
Great Indoors says, those are innocent school projects, Brian. What are those Asian kids going to say to their female Catholic school teachers tomorrow?
Oh my God,
sorry,
dude.
cop got up my chemistry. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Lespergawa says, the last Wuhan lab is in Ukraine and Russia's shutting it down.
Did you hear that, like, Ukraine launched rockets at Russia, and Russia is, like, preparing to use nuclear response? What?
Are they this mad about losing the election that they're willing to just fuck us all?
Well,
That's pretty petty.
that makes you wonder, though, like, how much they stand to lose? Because I feel like I feel like there is a reason for this. If they're trying to agitate, hopefully, because I know Trump doesn't want to go to war with Russia, and I know that he's probably on the phone with Putin right now going, look, we're going to nail these pedophiles, and you're going to get a front row seat to the wood chipper, ceremony. But I'm really, like, I'm serious. Like, I think they would do that. Think about it like this, okay? I think women were ready to, well, some women. Fortunately, a lot of women came out against that with common sense. But women were ready to burn the country down because they weren't going to get access to their abortions. They were like, I will vote for World War III. I will vote for, you know, open borders. I will vote for high inflation, the cost of living being higher. I'll vote for all of that because I want my abortions. And
repeal the 19th.
well, yeah, sure. But the thing is, you know, they didn't get their way, and I think that if the human condition is such that people would be willing to do that, then I think they would be willing to like start another war, so they don't get caught, you know, with whatever it is that they're doing. And I do think that that's a real concern. So, all right, so how do I get? Where am I going now?
Go to that little that little bridge thing that you were just at.
This
The
one?
little like up ramp. No, the other one. I think there's a pole with some yellow shit on it to the left that you should be able to shoot. Right there, those stairs right there.
Yeah, you're right. Dude, thank you.
There we go.
It's like
Nana
knowing
Sandwich
what
says,
you're
isn't
gonna look for.
Magica that card game that plays like a first-person shooter? Norwegian responds, Magica is a top-down game about wizards saving the world, in quotation marks, by going on an adventure to stop a rogue wizard. The whole game is a parody of the fantasy magic genre. It's co-op with friendly fire. The best character in Magic is Vlad, who is not a vampire. Also, yes, Arrowhead worked for Paradox before leaving them and doing their own thing. Rumor has it that they got tired of Paradox's shit. So they're the ones that made Helldivers, right?
Yeah, Arrowhead made Helldivers.
So are they responsible for ruining a game that people liked?
Helldivers? I don't think
Yeah.
Arrowhead ruined the game. Well, okay. It depends on, like... There's a couple of things going on. I think that Arrowhead... the mistake they made was with the nerfs and whatnot. Which I think that that's true. I think that was a mistake. But, okay, I got some shotguns, but what am I doing over here? To drop down? Oh, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, I don't know, like, because I know, like, the initial controversy was, like, the
initial
comedian
problem,
character and stuff.
yeah, it was about the PlayStation thing. That I think was not their fault, but hopefully they can, like, you know... Oh, shit. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Oh, holy shit. Full auto,
Anybody
spaz
here,
12,
so
infinite ammo.
it's empty. But... Wait, whoa, homie. Wait, what is this?
Master Gawa says, I thank God for the Dreamcast because of Shenmue. Shenmue is just magical to me. I do have to revisit that game. I played, like, they repackaged them for, like, PS4, I think, and Xbox. And, I played the first one for a little bit, and I really couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
I keep hearing, like, so much praise for it, though, that I gotta try it again. I just remember, like, there was, like, an old lady in a park that had to be, like, walked home or whatever, and, like, there was, like, a time limit for it, and come back later or whatever, and I missed it, and I was just like, bro, fuck, like, I abandoned this old lady in the park. Like, I felt like such a shitbag.
Open up! Open up, dude.
John Ford says Hardcore Henry is awesome.
Oh, that's a movie, right?
It's
a
like first-person action movie. I'd never seen it. It did look cool though.
Yeah, it was in first person, right?
Yeah, an entirely first-person action movie. Let's see. Master Gawa says, Sui Hark is currently making a Legend of the Condor Heroes movie. I don't know who that is or what that is.
Sui Hark is a Hong Kong action director, what I was talking about before. Oh shit, girls. Chinese girls. Yeah, he's a Hong Kong action director. He made a lot of, like, these really over-the-top wire kung fu flicks. where people are flying around and shit. Yeah, I think Wu Ping did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think that's another one of his. I like how running up the banister is faster than like running up the stairs with a normal person.
Yeah.
It's like more traction. Oh, here, I'll just shoot it from in here, right? Oh, shit. Okay. Dude, people smoke this stuff? I don't know if they should be. It's kind of bad.
Master Gawa says, Trump has to drain the swamp for his own sake, otherwise when he leaves office, it will come for him again.
Oh, absolutely. He's got to finish the job. If they let him.
They may also come for us.
Oh, they will. I mean, like, I'm on the Department of Homeland Security. I'm on a list. That's all I'm saying. I'm on a list.
I'm sure I'm on several. I've made some jokes that I don't know if I can recover from in the government side. I'm out here calling these fucking Fauci cranes like I'm fucked.
Yep.
They know exactly who I am.
Well, maybe. I think that like if they had already won, their propaganda would no longer be necessary. I bet that they are not as strong as we are led to believe. Do I have to go that way? Looks like I do.
I hope that's the case, yeah. I mean, you know, say what you want about, you know, Elon or whatever, but him buying Twitter and turning it into X and what it is now, I think, probably swung this election.
Yeah, I think the thing is, they made the ultimate mistake, dude. They messed with his kids. And I think that's what it is. Whoa.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things in video games is ragdoll physics. I don't care if it makes sense or not, but I think they're hilarious. Like that's
it's always entertaining.
It's always entertaining, exactly. All right, how do I get up here? Oh, I know.
Norwegian says Arrowhead seems to have a track record of signing up with shitty publishers. Yeah, speaking of Sony being a shitty publisher, I hear like a rumor today and last night about them potentially buying the parent company of FromSoft.
I died. That was my mistake. What was that?
Sony supposedly.
They want to buy the company that owns the Armored Core
and
FromSoft. Yeah.
That would be a fucking disaster.
I
would be very upset by that.
I used to be, you know, like I wouldn't say a fanboy, but I used to support Sony, just basically because I thought they had the best games, like at least the best exclusives, or at least I preferred them. But I would not. That time has passed, you know.
Yeah, I used to just really like everything that they did.
That was
during,
it.
like,
I just
PS1, 2, 3 era. I was just a big fan.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, same.
That's no longer the case though. Like once they kind of like started headquartering in like California and stuff, like around like the PS4's launch, buried the Vita, and they just became very bland and uninspired, and then eventually they became, woke and lame.
Yep. Agree with that.
So I no longer have any love for them at all. They're also pretty damn anti-consumer.
Yeah, they lost their way. That's what I would say.
It's really sad.
Sad.
Xbox lost their way too. Like Xbox is, like they were holding all the cards there for a little bit. They really could have made this like great comeback, and then decided to like shoot themselves in the face, for seemingly no reason.
Yep.
So now it's like, what do I do? Like, just not buy either console and maybe just play like Nintendo shit? Like, is that what I'm reduced to?
Yeah. Right.
Not that there's anything wrong inherently with Nintendo shit, but like, they're not. Their platform doesn't host like a bunch of like the cooler, bigger games that I enjoy, and with their like, because they have like weaker hardware and whatnot, and they're kind of scummy too. Their online component is also horrible. It's like way behind like the 360 and PS3 even, which is crazy.
Oh shit! How do I? Oh shit! I can't do it. I can't do it. Alright.
Nobafan says quarter pounder, but I don't care about other countries' elections. Why should other countries care about our elections? If by quarter pounder, I don't know if you mean the quartering or not.
Oh, is that what they call him?
That's definitely a nickname for him that I've heard quite a bit. It's been a while though. times I've heard that. I assume that's who he's talking about. Master Galway says, abandoning old ladies at the park. That's so American of you. Great Indoors says, I recently got an ad for Shen Yun Theater Show. Apparently the underlying theme is anti-communist, which makes it interesting to say the least. It also triggers all the right kind of people. What do you think of that, Brian? Do you know who Shen Yun is?
Shen Yun is the, it's like a dance show they do, a Chinese performance. I've always wanted to go. They usually do it for like New Year's, Chinese New Year's. And it's like, you know, acrobats and music. Sort of like a, you know, theatrical thing. I've always wanted to watch one, but...
If it's anti-communist, I assume it's...
If it's
like
anti-communist,
here in America?
yeah, it might be, yeah, probably. I would assume so. But like Great Indoors is in like Deutschland or something. He's not American. So maybe he's got the show out there by him too. Maybe it's like a traveling troupe, and they go to different places.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Master Gawa says, if you like martial arts, you should watch... I'm gonna try my best to pronounce this. Wuxia? Wuxia?
Wuxia.
W-U-X-I-A? Okay.
Yeah, that's Wuxia.
And Shansha shows. The Condor Trilogy is one of the essential Wuxias.
Holy shit. Yeah, Wuxia is basically, heal myself a little bit. Wuxia is what I'm talking about when I say, like, the sort of wire fu stuff. It is essentially, it means, oh shit. It's essentially like think of it like the equivalent of a samurai film is for Japanese people. Well, there's like no cover here. Alright.
That was a satisfying kill.
When did my like drug bust end up with me like on a fucking Resident Evil 4 island over here? Like, I didn't even pay attention. I'm like in the woods. This really it really scaled up.
Norwegian says Magicka 2 is on sale on Steam at the moment for $5. It wasn't made by Arrowhead though. They left before Magicka 2. He also adds Sony lost me after they went back in the PS3's backwards compatibility. So
yeah.
Do you mean like the PS4 and 5 being unable to play PS3 games, or do you mean when they stripped out some of the PS2 backwards compatibility in the PS3?
My PS3 used to be backwards. I had a backwards compatible one, and then it fucking bricked on me, and I had to get a new one, and they didn't have those backwards compatible ones anymore. So, kind of sucks.
Yeah, the original models were pretty unreliable.
But there were a lot of issues with them, but also
they were premium as fuck though. Probably the most premium I've ever seen a console to date. Those originals just had everything, especially the like originals, when they did the hardware emulation for the PS2 games rather than software emulation, so there's not really a bunch of compatibility issues.
Yeah.
But you know, like you had that, like you had 4 USB slots on the front. You had
dude, I had that one. Yeah, 4 USB slots.
The flap in the front, which had like all types of memory card slots, including like the PSP. Super cool. The PS3 really just did everything.
Yeah, and I guess people just didn't really. There just wasn't the demand there, but I don't know. Maybe it was too ambitious, you know.
It was really expensive. Remember, it was like $600 in 2006 money.
The girl I was dating at the time bought it for me for Christmas. And I never like I assumed I wasn't gonna get it. That's how I usually roll. Like it's like, well, whatever. If I get it, I get it. You know? How do I get that? Oh, there you go. Okay.
You just dove right on it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get a PS3 until 2010. I got the Slim as my initial model, but I had a buddy down the street, like a longtime friend, who had it since launch. We had so much fun on the PS3. I was originally like all in on the 360, and then he showed me the PS3, and I was like, okay, hold on, this might be the move. Let's see. Shen Yun is actually a pretty impressive performance, not gonna lie, by Super D. Richard says it has a knock-on effect. That's why people care about the United States elections. Police story is also good.
Elections that we, like, our elections do impact the world. It's just a reality, you know.
Yeah. Like, cause we're, you know, the world superpower.
I mean,
at least
yeah, exactly.
That being said, though, I'm still not really interested in foreign opinions on domestic affairs, but I understand why they would care. But I don't want to hear the whole, like, oh, like, Americans, like, I don't know why they just ban guns or whatever. I just don't want to hear that. Hard pass.
Yeah.
But I understand why they care about our elections.
I don't want Europeans having opinions on how we do things, for sure.
Do you ever see, like, way back in the day when Alex Jones went on Piers Morgan's show?
Uh-huh. What were they talking about?
It was about, like, gun control or whatever.
Oh,
and Alex
yeah,
was
right.
Like,
it was at the...
sorry,
yeah.
he's like, oh, like, fuck you, like, you're a foreigner in a red coat. Shit was gold. It was so funny. Because I think Alex Jones had made a petition to deport Piers Morgan, and it had enough signatures that I think Obama had responded.
Yeah. Can I shoot the shark? Oh, yeah, shoot, I can.
Oh, you can shoot chunks off the shark?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like how I
Nova
just use
fan.
this to get little slow-mo moments.
Nova fan says, I would laugh so hard if all the Chinese characters in this game just played a random Steven... Is it huh or he? I don't know.
What?
Quote.
Let me see. I would laugh so hard if all the Chinese characters in this game just played a random Stephen He quote. I don't know what that means. I thought maybe I saw it, but...
Stephen He or Stephen Huh, I don't know. Sounds like a Chinese,
Chinese name.
Just wonder who that is. Yeah.
Oop. Okay.
Super D says, I used to be so disappointed by Stranglehold because I didn't know who John Woo was and expected to be able to strangle people in the game. You just wanted a game where you can come up and strangle people. You know, we talked about the Godfather game in the last stream. You can absolutely strangle the fuck out of anyone in that game, and that's fun. I think it's like the best method of stealth killing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna read the next chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, that's cool.
Norwegian was earlier talking about the PS3 stuff, the backwards compatibility, and he clarifies saying, I mean when they went back on PS3 being able to play PS2. Yeah, I think that they stripped that out just like for cost purposes.
Yeah, it was essentially putting... I think they had like literally the hardware for the PS2 inside the PS3, and when you would like play a PS2 game, it would switch over. And I mean, I guess it makes sense because like I already owned a PS2. I just saw it as convenient. Like, oh, now I can just, you know.
Yeah, and the first cost-cutting measure was switching that to a software emulation method, which came certainly with a lot of issues. But then even stripping that out, that was kind of lame.
Yeah. I need 2 more of these meth labs here.
But the PS3 was, you know, like $600 in 2006 money is crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
And I believe it was... You feel free to quote me on this. I think I remember the exact number. I think it cost them in 2006 money $921 to produce. So that is a huge loss to be taking on that console for it to not sell well.
Well, they were hoping
launch.
to get it back on the games, right?
Yeah, that was always like their strategy, was sell the console at a loss and make a shit ton of money selling the games, which worked for their previous two because, you know, the PS1 and 2 were like smash successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the PS3 having such a huge entry price, I guess it wasn't really that appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that my family certainly couldn't have afforded it in 2006.
Yeah, like I said, I was prepared not to have one. I never really had a lot of money, but the girl I was with, she thought, oh, I'd really like this, and I was like, dude, do you know how much you spent on this? Like, even I was kind of like, I don't know if this is gonna be worth it, because it was too early in the, in its life cycle. Even though I was fairly confident that it was gonna do well, I was still a bit like, like concerned. All right, I'm looking for. I need another pole. I'm stuck here. Again. Let me go and let's see. What did I miss?
I really enjoyed Resistance as a launch title. I know we talked about that before too.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I gotta get to that.
Resistance is a great co-op game. If any game I'd ever played, I thought had potential to be a Halo killer, I thought that was the one.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to really push forward with it like I think they could have. But Halo 1, or sorry, Resistance 1 definitely has like a little bit of a Halo-y vibe to me.
Yeah, I really enjoy Resistance 1. I do. Do you, I don't know if you can play that one, online co-op? I know that it had local couch co-op, like 2-player co-op, the original Resistance. Do you know?
I don't know if it's online co-op or not, and if it was, I don't know if the servers are still alive. I'm not sure. Yeah, that always sucks. Like when servers for a game go down and features are just gone. It's always sad.
Yeah.
Especially as we get into this modern era where like a lot of games, like even like physical games like aren't even physical anymore. Some of them are just like for example like every Call of Duty game from like 2017 and forward doesn't actually have any of the game on disc at all. It's just like a little installer exe to say like, hey, like this person owns the like physical version of the game, like let them install the game from the store and like use the disc as the key. That's it. So if the server, when like the store servers go down or if the game gets delisted, your disc is a coaster.
Yeah.
Sad. A lot of games are doing that now.
Yeah, Resistance Fall of Man was I really enjoyed that franchise, and I believe the developers was the guys that did Ratchet and Clank, right? I think it's the same. Insomniac, yeah. Oh shit, snipers.
The ones who spent a significant portion of their budget on like DI stuff for Quick Racing.
Oh! Oh, what? I thought I hit him. Maybe they'll start me from right here.
Great Indoors has a correction. He is actually Dutch.
Oh, he's Dutch. Okay. That's right. I apologize. My bad.
Master Gawa says, they do Shen Yun here in Las Vegas sometimes. I was a Sony guy till this gen. Sony was already dead. California killed them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I went with the PS4 when that gen started. Because the Xbox One launch was, the most laughable shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But since the One X and the One S came out, I thought they kind of turned around and Sony kind of like became stagnant. So I ended up like giving them a shot because I got an Xbox One S very cheap. And I ended up like full on like switching. Like okay, like I think like this platform currently is better. So I actually got like all my buddies to switch to. I like really showed it to them and like sold it to them and we all like swapped over to Xbox and it kind of continued. I thought the PS5 kind of sucked and so I went with the Series X. But Microsoft killed all of the momentum and Sony just kind of sucks now. So it's a little bleak.
True.
Let's see. I was really hoping for an Xbox like comeback to like the good old like original and everything it is, but they squandered all that potential. So they get what they deserve, I guess.
Yep.
Norwegian says, I'm just hoping Trump will make the Norwegian state squirm. Yeah, I don't know enough about Norway, but I trust you.
It's
I'm sure it's cucked like most of Europe or all of Europe.
It's statist as fuck, so that's kind of what he's getting at. Is that? 'Cause that's usually where this like nanny state shit comes from, right? It's just like we need help with this thing. Let's use the government. And I'm sorry, but that's some feminine shit. Like that's what. And yes. Uh-oh.
How the half-assed gang like yours get this kind of firepower?
Ask Dragonclaw who's half-assed after we take
Oh,
control.
these
Golden
accents.
King hasn't got the guts to take out Dragonclaw.
Yeah, hide. And
All I
watch.
think of
Big
is, you know,
guns.
I'm so
We got lots
lonely.
more.
Just a little lonely. Oh, cycling. Oh, here we go again. This is gonna be harder, right? I don't think I had. I don't think I actually had twin pistols when this was happening, but whatever. Wait, what? Ow! Shit! Shit!
Oh no.
That was terrible. Okay, the right stick. I gotta get. It's just really reactive. So if I like move it a little, it moves like way over. So, all right. Can I skip
How the
this?
half-assed gang?
NovaFan says, look up if video games had Asian difficulty, has the emotional damage meme.
Emotional
Yeah,
damage.
hide and watch. Big guns. We got
Norwegian,
lots more.
I guess for Steven, who said he or huh or whatever, he said it's
Yeah.
pronounced heh. Heh, like H-E-H.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that the guy you're referring to, the emotional damage guy? Is that his name? Because I didn't know what his name was.
No idea. Great Indoors says, smaller, in quotes, smaller government, but who's going to ban the guns? End quote. Us Europeans, comma, definitely. Okay. Super D says, I loved the Godfather game for that precise reason, LMAO. He's referring to the strangling. Also what got me into Hitman. The only Hitman I never really sunk any time into was Hitman 2. And I played it when I was a little kid. I actually don't know how young I was. Definitely like 10 or so, but I remember being really bad at it. I'd love to try it again though.
Yeah, I only ever played. I played one Hitman game, and it was a while ago. And I think I was just doing like the training area, and I couldn't. I don't know. I struggled with it. I think I could probably do it now, because it is definitely like a different way of approaching, not just like games, but like stealth games. You know, because I played like Metal Gear Solid and Tenchu. You guys remember Tenchu?
Like to protect and serve.
But I wasn't ready for Hitman like mentally.
5 minutes. That's all I'm asking.
Master Gawa says Russia is making all of Europe clone.
Yeah, I think that the well, I don't know how you guys feel about this conflict, but I'm fairly certain that
I have Inspector Tequila aboard.
Zelensky is a scumbag, and we shouldn't be working with him. That's like what I think. I think Russia is being used as a kind of like, you know, you have to support us because Russia are the bad guys, and I just don't know if that's true. I don't like being manipulated, you know.
I kind of lean towards like it's not true. It's like our military establishment like really requires Russia to be like the bad guy they were like during like the Cold War, in order for them to have a lot of reason behind things that they do. And people just kind of eat up that propaganda. But you know what I'm gonna say? Like, I'm against the faction in this war who's locking up the Orthodox Christians, which is Ukraine.
Yep, absolutely, they are.
Yeah,
my priest brought it up, but I knew about that. I knew that they had like outlawed the Orthodox Church of Ukraine, and they were like, "Oh, it's because you know, like it's because it's they're Russian agents or something." It's like the Orthodox Church, it's not a partisan organism. It's just religious, and why would you do that? And then like on top of that, they put in like a state church, right? I mean, that should be seen as suspicious right off the bat. Trying to take out the lab.
Yeah. This whole thing it stinks to high heaven, and you know, I don't understand people who slop up with that fucking Ukrainian propaganda. It makes no sense to me at all. Like, I think the same like
at the time.
Nice one.
I think the same like left-wing media was like saying how like openly Ukraine was like the most corrupt country like ever, like a year before this whole thing kind of like went down. So now it's like they went from that to like, oh, like they're the arbiters of democracy. It's like we've sent like whole generations of like their men to die. We're locking up the Ukrainian Orthodox priests and all those people. Like, this is insane. Like, what are we doing?
It's funny too that like you know, they increased the minimum age of you know, or maximum age. They increased the maximum age for drafting. So that, like, guys, if you're like in your 40s, you know, you had to go. Like in your like 45 or 46, they raised the age because they want to throw more men into the meat grinder. And if you were like a trans woman and you thought you could like leave, they were like, suddenly they recognized biological reality, and all of a sudden you were just a man again. And you had to go to war. So the trans women had to fight too. And for some reason, that wasn't really seen as not progressive. Everybody was still okay with it.
Yeah, and I'm really tired of seeing these like lefties like post on like videos on Twitter of like Ukrainian like drones and stuff like dropping grenades on Russians and shit, and like praising it. Like, these are some sick fucks.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. John Ford says my PS3 plays PS3 and PS1 games. Yeah, they all play PS1 games.
Yeah, they all play PS3,
PS2,
PS2, and PS1. Yeah.
Not all of them play PS2, but they all play PS1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Slim and the Super Slim don't play PS2.
So if I put a PS1 CD in this,
yep, it'll play it.
oh, I'll have to try that out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I bought like several PS1 like digital games on the PlayStation Store back in the day before I realized that my model did that, and I was just like, oh fuck, like I wasted all this money. But yeah, every version of the PS3 will play PS1 disc.
That'll teach him to shoot a mic chopper.
Let's see. Super D says, I'm still salty Heavenly Sword never got ported to anything after the PS3. Yeah, I mean, that's a game with a female protagonist. I mean, you'd assume that, like, they could...
Which one?
Heavenly Sword.
Oh, I have that one.
It was an early PS3 game, yeah.
I like, you know what? That game got a lot of shit when it came out. I enjoyed it, but it's probably, and I don't know if this is saying much, but Ninja Theory, the people who developed it, yeah, not the best, as far as I can tell. Like they ended up doing some pretty crappy games, you know. Oh, what the hell? I didn't see the missile.
They seem pretty hit and miss.
Yeah. Well, there was that one. It was like Andy Serkis was involved with them, right? It was like he was trying to break into this.
Let's see. Norwegian said the Resistance Call of Man was dope. Indeed, yes it was. Drayden Door says, I need 2 meth labs when Brian became Heisenberg. Norwegian says, do you think PlayStation and Xbox will die off, or will they limp along? I think the console market is still pretty big, so I don't think that they'll die off necessarily.
No.
But man, are they making, like, really stupid fucking decisions.
I think they're gonna have to, like, readapt. So, I mean, like, Nintendo is doing good.
Try hitting those fuel tanks. The explosion should take them out.
Yeah, Nintendo's doing well, but like you could definitely argue that it serves a different portion of that audience that the other consoles do.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're not getting your Maddens, your 2Ks, your Call of Duties on like the Switch or whatever. Like it
right,
just
that's the
host
thing.
kind
Like,
of
yeah, exactly.
And if it did, people complain like the games like look like the casual gamer would look at it and be like, this game looks like ass. Like, what happened?
Taking evasive action.
You know. So there's definitely an appeal that Nintendo doesn't have. Xbox is definitely going for the subscription route. They're going for the streaming route, like streaming games everywhere, like to your phone and to your computer, your everything. Which may end up being the future, I don't know. But you know what isn't the future, I think, is spitting on like all your fans, cucking your hardware for no reason, giving away all your exclusives for nothing in return. Yeah, those are really stupid fucking moves. Sony also like making like stupid acquisitions, like paying like way overpaying for Bungie, like and just all types of like laughable stupid shit, like funding Concord and then killing it after like a week.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Did you guys know that the Game Awards, right? That was like today, wasn't it? Or they at least like, I think that's today. What's going on with that? I have not been paying attention.
I definitely know that people are upset about like some of the things being nominated. For example, like they're including DLC as like Game of the Year contenders.
Yeah, I know.
guess.
They gave a Shadow of the Erdtree was nominated, and I think it's a great game, but I do think it's a strange choice to like pick that because like then by that logic, why wouldn't you do like other DLC like Phantom Liberty or something? You know?
To me, it was very obvious that they included DLC because the games this year has just been mostly options.
Well, there aren't a lot of options. Yeah.
Yeah, they're grasping at straws here for sure.
They're really throwing shit at me.
Super D says, I recently bought the new Ease 10 Nordics, and on base PS4, and it works fine. I literally never saw a reason to upgrade. I mean, I can't speak for that game in particular, but I'll tell you that games that run at native 4K or like 120 frames on my like nice 120 hertz OLED TV, like it's hard to beat. It's an upgrade that you can feel more than you can see. But for a game like, you know, Ease, like it doesn't really matter. Like it kind of plays on anything.
They don't know what they're up against.
I remember playing that one on the TurboGrafx. East
Oh yeah,
1
like
and
East
2.
1 and 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And we had
Where are you? On a helicopter?
you had to like change the discs and the load times were really long, but it was. I have the soundtrack to that. I listen to it sometimes.
So you had like back in the day, you had like the Turbo CD.
I had a friend who had it, and we would like go over there all the time. So I might as well have had it. We played, the two main CD games that we played. No, that was 3. There was like the original Fighting Street or Street Fighter, the original Street Fighter. There was this game. There was East 1 and 2, and then there was Valis. I think it was just called Valis.
Oh yeah.
And loved that, and that was like early like cutscenes, so to speak. Really mind blowing for the time, though. Yeah, and
I think they turned Valis into like a porn game series.
Oh, did they? Well, I don't know about that. It's definitely like
it wasn't like that at first.
Let me see. Yeah, it's definitely like kind of etchy, I guess. But the original game wasn't. It was just I don't know. It was like some Sailor Moon shit. I mean, that's how I saw it.
I played some of them on like either like Super Nintendo or Genesis or whatever.
Yeah. I had one on Genesis. Yeah, I did. I totally had one on Genesis.
Norwegian says, I've said from the start that the Russia-Ukraine conflict did not have to escalate into a massive war spanning years. The fact that we're in a proxy war with Russia and they're considering like a nuclear option and like nobody cares, everyone just wants to scroll through TikTok.
Yeah.
Like we're so beyond fucked. Like our society is so fucking.
We have no priorities.
R-slurred. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube.
Right.
It's not looking good. Robert Johnson says, I'm hearing that there are 1.2 to 1.4 dead, missing, and wounded as a result of the conflict. That I care about. I assume you mean million, and that's really sad. Okay, he corrects it later. Million, yeah. No, that's super sad.
Yeah. Well,
John Ford says his PS3 is a slim. Yeah, your PS3 does play PS1 games. Every model does. Sorry, Brian, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think that at the end of the day, like most people are just not gonna pay attention to what matters, but as long as the few do, we'll probably be okay. It's one of those things, I think most people don't realize how often we barely evade like annihilation, and they just are living their lives. Meanwhile, there are people actually like trying to, you know, get shit done. I think that the best thing that people can do is just get out of the way while we do that. And I mean, I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal or anything. I'm just saying, like, I want to at least talk about it, and I think that's something.
Yeah, no, I
Where am I
think that's a good take.
Yeah.
Great Indoor says, what is a woman? A non-draftable adult human being. I've never heard that definition. That's super funny, though. Someone who isn't eligible for the draft. Good shit. And they shouldn't be, by the way. I'm not for like like they want equal rights, like draft them. No, I'm not for women in combat. I think like a society who doesn't protect their women and children is probably not one worth upholding in the first place.
Absolutely.
But I also think that they probably also shouldn't vote. I think that should be the trade-off. Most people shouldn't vote, though, to be fair.
No, I don't believe in the universal suffrage.
Universal suffrage is absolutely brain dead. It is the dumbest fucking shit. There's no way fucking 70 IQ Kamisha should override Ryan's vote. Sorry, it's just not doing it. Let's see. John Ford says PS2 Slim had some.
I don't have
PS2
anything.
Slim had some issues with PS2 and PS1 games. PS2 Slim had issues with certain PS2 games. I'm not aware of that. I am aware of the PS2 having a couple, the PS2 Slim having a couple issues with certain PS1 games, though. It's kind of rare as far as I know. These days, I play my PS1 games on an actual PS1, unless I have some sort of, maybe it's like a game I only own digitally, and in which case I'll play it on PS3. Sometimes even connected to a CRT, just for fun.
Yeah.
Because like the PS3 was kind of cool, where you could have it connected through, like 2 different inputs or outputs at the same time, and then just kind of toggle between them, which is really neat. So I can have mine hooked up to through HDMI as well as like through composite to a CRT, and you know, if I want to play a PS1 game and I want it to display in a way that I think is proper, I'll just switch it to the CRT. Right. Let's see. Norwegian says Ninja Theory are the guys who made the shitty DMC reboot that only got 1 game.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only Devil May Cry I played, and I didn't hate it at all. So
the only thing I
think.
I agree. I mean, like the only thing about the Devil May Cry game, I think that it is a solid game, but what people don't like is what they changed in terms of like the visuals and stuff. And it was a bit subversive too. I think that's kind of like par for the course, though. I better get off this thing before it blows up.
Yeah, it was the only one I had ever played.
But it was a solid game. I do have it. It was a solid game.
I didn't have the Devil May Cry background in order to like have reasons to like hate it. So like maybe there's valid reasons for like the fans of the series to not like it. But for me, as like the first and only game of it that I played, I didn't really have an issue with it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play the other games and then I'll be like, oh okay, like I get it now. But currently I don't get it. Master Gawa says, my opinion, we built up Ukraine for 8 years prior to the quote-unquote war, because American foreign policy is simply use proxies to fight your enemies, and we need a big enemy. Ukraine just had to not poke the bear. Yeah, pretty much. Ukraine couldn't resist poking the bear, so I can't feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for the people. Yeah, I don't really feel sorry for Zelensky and the government.
I agree. It's the people, right? It is.
Norwegian says, I have to wonder if the deep state ordered Ukraine to poke the bear on their behalf. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me one bit. Zelensky definitely seems like a stooge to me.
Yeah.
Norwegian says, Sony records your online conversations on the PlayStation, if I remember right. Yeah, I think there was something about that. I think that they record or monitor like party chats or whatever. Thankfully, I don't think Xbox does, and if they did, I would be super fucked. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of like in that age where if the wrong people really want access to any kind of logs or whatever, like they're gonna get them. Like whether that's through Discord or through PlayStation, it doesn't really matter at this point. So you either have to, I mean, like even your phone listens to you if you have like an Amazon Alexa or whatever, that shit listens to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you either just have to own it and not give a shit anymore, or you're gonna have to go like full off the grid, or just be a good boy. Don't say any no words or wrong think or whatever.
Did someone promote you to captain?
Make sure you get quadruple vaccinated and wear 4 masks in 2024. Make sure they know what side you're on.
What boat? What are you doing?
Let's see. Master Gawa says, I think Xbox is already dead because of Microsoft having to support PC. Why play on Xbox when PC will get it? Yeah, well, Sony puts all their first-party games on PC now, too. So I guess you can make the same argument in that sense. Like, that's why a lot of PC gamers will just have their PC and a Switch. Like they won't bother with the other two consoles at all.
Yep.
Norwegian says the West needs to come up with a better qualifier for getting the vote than be 18 years old. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, once you kind of open that can of worms and like give people something like that, like good luck taking it back.
Yep. Who's shooting at me? You motherfucker.
Norwegian says DMC is a solid game mechanically, but it's a shitty Devil May Cry game. That sounds fair. Yeah, I can totally see that perspective. There's definitely a few games I feel that way about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's what it is. That's most people's issue with it is again, like I said, it's not that it's a bad game. It's just that it's a. Can I like take cover back here? You know what? Fuck this guy.
Gut shot.
Ooh.
Westergawa says Ninja Theory DMC version of Dante is literally a self-insert. If one of the devs, when you see his pics, you'll understand. The worst self-insert I've ever seen was the guy who was fucking Abby or whatever in Last of Us 2.
Oh,
who looks
Neil
like Neil
Druckmann?
Druckmann. Bro, what a crazy self-report that was.
I already told you this though, but I believe that Abby herself is also his self-insert. Like it's like a fantasy to be her or something. The guy is twisted, bro. That's what I think, anyways. Oh shit, dude! What the fuck?
Last of Us 3 is going to be the most cringe-infested bullshit slop we're ever going to receive.
Are they making another one of those?
Yeah, I think it's the last one.
Well,
I can't believe like they're milking that series to death. Like they remastered the first game twice. It's not even like that old of a game. The original version still like looks good too.
I agree. Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's a bad game either. I mean the first one. I thought the first one was pretty, good. It was like a good story, a father-daughter thing. But they realized that they made a mistake. Like this is like, oh, we're not supposed to like this shit. Like fathers.
Yeah, it was very intentional to murder Joel in the way that they did.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's why, and to have him killed by somebody who looked, androgynous, essentially. Like, I know they say it is a woman, but we're just supposed to buy that. And their retcon idea as to what makes it, because I think that originally, this is the real kicker, is that essentially they have inverted the morality of the first game. So when you feel like, oh, you understand why Joel, killed the Fireflies and saved Ellie from them and lied to her at the end of the game. You understand it. Like, it's almost like the connection between a father and a daughter, even if it is, like, say, in a symbolic sense, is...
Because they're not biologically...
Yeah, they're not biologically related, but it is an ultimate good. Like, her life is it's essentially the trolley, meme where it's like, do you kill one person or three people? Like, do you redirect it? It's like, do you risk, everyone, like getting the cure for this girl, or do you save the girl? And I think that the idea that the girl's life is worth that, especially considering that there is no guarantee that was going to be a cure anyway, and there is also no guarantee that there weren't other people who also were immune. So it just makes sense. But Druckmann did not like that was the takeaway. And in fact, he didn't like that story anyway, because even though he worked on the first game, he wasn't the main writer. It was another woman. I'm trying to remember her name. Hire, I think. And she was actually the writer of the first three Uncharted games, and she wrote the Legacy of Kain games. So she was like established, good at her job. But he didn't like the direction she went, and so she left the company, and then he took over. In fact, he was involved with Uncharted 4, and you could see it because that game had, despite like it being fun and everything, the stuff that was wrong was clearly his influence. Like they had this black mercenary chick that was basically invincible. It was just cringe. And yeah, I mean,
it was very girl bossy. It was
extremely girl bossy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the muscle.
The only Uncharted game I ever played was the first one, but I thought it was very enjoyable.
I love those games.
Very sad to know what they did before.
I like all 4 of them, despite 4's flaws, those flaws. I would totally play through those. But you know, they kind of spoiled gaming in a way because, I mean, I'm not saying they're the only ones, but what I noticed that I'm playing Stranglehold here, it handles the gunplay and the cover completely different compared to what Uncharted does. And I think that a lot of games like Gears of War and, you know, so many that came after that, they all kind of like fall into that. They're doing that kind of thing. You know, there's another game that I was playing recently that also used the same kind of cover system. What was that? Didn't Sleeping Dogs have something like that too?
It did, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but just saying, it's like...
yeah, this is definitely more of like a run-and-gun as opposed to like a cover shooter.
Yeah. But I think if it was released today, they probably would have made it more like a cover shooter with like some, you know, like bullet time mechanics, like Max Payne 3.
It's gotta be you.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway.
I know we have to wrap soon, so I definitely want to get through a little chat before we do.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll stop after this new level starts. I know I'm missing all the story, but it's Chinese crime boss shit, guys. I think you guys can put it together.
Everyone knows that we always play Stranglehold just for the story. That's what we're invested in. Norwegian says DMC is a solid game mechanic. Oh, I'm sorry, I already read that. Alright, a little more caught up than I thought, which is great. Norwegian says, what the fuck, they're really making another Last of Us? Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, they're finishing up the third to finish out the trilogy. I hope they're not making any more of the show. I remember they had like one episode dedicated entirely like gay sex, which is absolutely like peak cringe. So yeah, we'll see. Xerix says, hey all. What's up, Xerix? Master Gawa says, I don't care that Joel died, but how they killed him is why I won't return to The Last of Us. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely, like, kill off a main character and, like, do it well. Like, people do it all the time. But they killed him in the way that they did as a big fuck you, for sure.
Yep. Speaking of killing, you guys see my shirt? I don't know if you guys have seen this shirt, but this is David Dorn. He was killed during the Black Lives Matter riots. He was a cop, retired cop that was protecting his friend's business. So, just throwing it out there.
I was wondering who that was.
Yeah, it's David Dorn. I forgot to I forgot that I was wearing this, and I realized it when I looked at my screen. So, all right, I'm gonna quit here. But you know what? I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I know I died a bunch and all that, but can I save this, or is it just automatically save?
Some of these early PS3 and like 360 era titles, they have a certain charm to them. I think this is certainly one of them.
They do. Yeah, I kind of like the way that it's presented. You know, that there was I could tell the people who made this. This is how I know a game is pretty solid, even if it has flaws, even if it's got some jank. If you can tell if somebody loves what they're doing when they make it, you can feel it in the game. Is that a little wooey? I mean, I think it's true.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah, you know
I could not agree more. Like, the games nowadays are super soulless. A lot of them are outsourced to like foreign teams who don't give a fuck, or like sometimes with teams of thousands of developers. A lot of them just phoning it in. It's very sad. Yeah, when someone like loves like their art, like you can definitely feel it.
Yeah, for sure. Even if it's flawed, like I said, even if it's got, you know, issues, but. I'm gonna end the show there, because yeah, I gotta get ready for my other show later on today, and that's gonna be a bit of a slog. So, but I hope you guys had fun. Dean, what do you have any final thoughts or anything?
I mean, just, you know, thanks everyone for coming out. Like, this was cool.
All right.
And as far as the game goes, like I think the game is really neat. You guys should give it a shot if you haven't already.
Yeah. I mean, Stranglehold's kind of like a sleeper, in my opinion. I think it's pretty solid. So if you're into this kind of thing, you should check it out. You'll probably have more impressive videos than I do. So anyway, thanks guys for coming on the stream, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See you later. I'm gonna stop it now.